Hi everyone, turn 60. Let's jump right into it. So let's go to that battle in Umphalia. This is giant army battle. It's a little dark outside. Oh yeah, because of the worldwide darkness. And on my side, I've got legions of doggos, some mages in the middle, some demons in the back, undead cavalry and lion cavalry. Excuse me. And there's a few other scattered dudes in there, but that's the gist of it. Oh, and Falspawn. And on their side, they've got some starving Gandharvas who do not like the darkness. Some of these marble lions, some tiger riders. Here's their Kanara, and some clockwork soldiers and some of these chariots in the back. So they switched out their formation a bit. You'll recall I had the Reavers intending to basically rush. So here's what first contact looks like. We land some imps there. Some of them actually hit the mages. Or these aren't imps, sorry, these are devils. Some of them hit the mages, some of them do not. Many of them end up going against these chariots, which is unfortunate. We cast Growing Fury, which means now these berserkers, well, they will soon have gone berserk. Yeah, there we are. So now they're all gone berserk. They're not going to retreat or anything. These guys are continuing to kind of duel over here. It's a fairly even match. The berserkers are about to make contact with the Gandharvas, which works out pretty well because they do not care about the awe ability. These guys did get ethereal. Some of them did. Yeah, I think that was just from a bunch of these guys spamming body ethereal. Breathing fire on those guys is pretty effective. Body ethereal was a very smart move since I am using lots of mundane attacks. The devils are continuing to cannibalize in the back. I guess it's not cannibalism because devils are not eating other devils, they're eating monkeys. I have some of my casts of Divine Wrath go up. At this point, many of the Reavers have died. Let's look at our numbers there. Yeah, so you can see about half to 2/3 of them have died. If we look at commanders, my mages are still hanging in there. And this is a lot of dead yogis. These are the Banderlog mages. The Kanara is still intact. Where is he? What's he been up to? Flaming Scourge. Not sure. Oh, I guess that's the fire anti-devil spell. That makes sense. More Divine Wrath. These guys are just operating on their basic magic resistance. They didn't cast a buff on themselves. And as you can see, this will soon be resolved. And anyone who doesn't get actively killed is not going to be able to run away because they have nowhere to run to. So here's the final score. I lost no commanders other than a Cannibal Warlord. I did lose some Falspawn, and let's see, these Fiends of Darkness, which are demons. Some of my Storm Demons. So I lost a lot of demons, half the devils, which is fine. Those are pretty easy to replace. Lost a lot of lions, which those were all free. They did their job, and a ton of reavers, which is a mixed blessing, or a mixed bag rather. Obviously, I'd prefer to just not lose any troops, but if I'm gonna lose troops, at least I can save a lot on upkeep by getting rid of these guys, since each one of them was costing 2 gold a year or a month. Meanwhile, in combat, I wiped out 45 mages as well as all this other stuff. So I would call this a win, even if it were not for the fact that due to being surrounded, they lost a bunch of other dudes as well. Then I saw something that kind of soured my mood, which was this Bannerlog cast Eyes of God, and the reason they did that is because Bannerlog went AI. So fuck you, Bannerlog, I guess. Skip past all of these because I've already, you know the drill. Sent in some horrors to pick up some Kalem provinces. This one happened to already have zombies in it. More blood hunting. Ruga Joe is picking on Asphodel, which is annoying for me because I wanted some of those Asphodel, like I've been working for it, you guys have been watching. But it is what it is. Sieging on Baloth. Kalem attacked me over here. You recall I had a big force queued up to break this siege, and they just flew away from there. So these guys will form an army and prepare to attack Shambhala, although that might not be, they can gather their forces and recover Shambhala anytime, which is just the danger of fighting a flying force. It is what it is. Sent a bunch of foul spawn after zombies, and I mean, these were all bad spawn, but it didn't do anything. So that was kind of a waste, which means I should not be trying to send another one. That would just be lunacy. They're still besieging me here, so we'll talk about my game plan for that, because this is a high value province to me. And conquered this Asphodel province. Lost this siege force, and I'm not quite sure why, but we can go ahead and watch this battle. So Asphodel has a little crew here. They've got some statues, and I've got some foul spawn. So Etten, some spider people, and this snake monster. And I don't know why they ran. I guess I did lose a bunch of those spiders, so that must explain it. Anyway, not a big loss, just kind of annoying. Yeah, I guess these statues have too much protection for these foul spawns, because they, their webs are strong complements to an army, but they don't actually do any damage themselves. Events, Symboline, Nature Gems, Nature, and some cash. Lost a scout. We can see what is protecting this province exactly. So more random ass creatures, some Oni. I don't actually remember how Shiniyama gets Omi. Cave grubs, which are nasty attackers in their own right. Mono, And then a bunch of Tengus, which means lots of lightning for whomever runs into them. Alright, so that's the story there. Yeah, we're going to talk about that siege defense. Dovin here is kind of a lost cause, so I'm just going to break siege and retreat with everybody and see if I can get anybody out. Might as well not lose dudes I don't have to. Alright, so for this battle, I'm having this guy come in and teleport in some ice drakes and some fire drakes. He's also going to be summoning a ton of water elementals. Then I'm having these guys from my cap teleport in, and he's going to be making fire elementals. He's going to be making magma warriors. Thought about making more fire elementals, but I figured that this would just give me more bodies on the field. And then inside the province itself, we're going to have a little communion going on here. That reminds me, I can give you communion berries. And we'll be doing some Howl, bit of Scala spamming. He'll probably take that over some more after he starts going off script. Give him a few death gems, or her a few death gems to make that easier. And some leeching. Leech is pretty effective against birds, since birds like to fly in, and it's armor negating damage, so their ice protection matters not a bit. I guess brings up the question, why am I having this guy not just spam out leech? Let's just do that. We'll see if they run out of leeching to do. We do want to have personal regen in there to help keep the communion alive, so we'll do it like that. Anything else? Yep, numbers are definitely not in my favor when you consider the fact that many of my numbers are bad troops. Like, this foul spawn is just completely worthless in this fight, is what it is. I don't know if actually, maybe if I had planned better, I could have had dude ready to retreat with all of my bad spawn that I don't want bringing me down for the rest of the fight. These guys, they at least have Poison Spit, which is a handy ability because I think it's armor negating. It's armor piercing, so that'll actually hit Calum. You guys can hang out in the back, and we will see where it goes. I guess I do need someone around my commanders. Should be you, just in case they decide to pounce on me right away. All right, so that'll be the plan there. We're getting this crew back into Alt Gold. A bunch of the big leaders are moving and patrolling. Speaking of which, yeah, let's just... I see you can also move and patrol. Let's just have every commander move and patrol. And that'll help deal with this comical amount of unrest, because that's ridiculous. Create a revenant, and then I can have him bring some of the devils where they need to go. So other than that, I still need to decide what I'm doing with those hammers for forging, but this is the gist of it. So thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you on turn 61.